Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We're doing this warrior deck that I thought was bad, but made it to 6 wins. See if we can make it to 7 wins. And then I doubt this is going to make it to 10 or anything, so we'll be starting a new run after that. I don't know what class I'm looking for in the new run. Let me take a look. Oh-de-do-de-do. Schmo. Oh yeah, warrior was my last one. So anything but druid is fair game here. Let's see who our first opponent is, though, before we put the cart ahead of the horse, so to speak. My video schedule has been sort of interrupted. I don't know if I'm going to get super back on track ever, because I've actually been working a lot. It's kind of crazy having to do a lot of work. Things have been pretty things were pretty lax there for a while, but now I'm doing a lot of content development projects. I got my name on the inside of the new Kaplan GRE books. If any of you ever end up prepping for the GRE, you'll see my name on the inside cover. Special thanks to a bunch of people. One of them is Boris Dvorkin. Always wanted to see my name on the inside of those books. It's finally going to happen. Anyway, we're up against a paladin here. Is Cruel Taskmaster going to work? No, not at all. I could Cruel Taskmaster this Chow, but that could have a very high tendency to go bad. Would I have done it if I hadn't top decked a 2-drop? So you can make this a 4-2 and try to trade, of course, if he has an Argent Protector. That goes all the way wrong. Oh man, this is actually going all the way wrong anyway. Alright, it's not great, but what we gotta do is this and this. It's crappy because this thing can become an absolute menace. It currently trades with both of my minions. The Weaponsmith could be helpful for picking this off. Oh no, oh god, is this a true silver? There's nothing good that can happen with this. It's a consecration, so he gets to clear my board. Well, that's bad. So I went up a card, then he went up a card. I guess the right play has got to be the Weaponsmith here. It stops me from playing Death's Bite, which is unfortunate, but it does something these other cards didn't do, which is it gets to pop the shield and get a creature and have a weapon in hand. I mean, it's all the above. This is actually really good to see. A 2-drop on turn 4 that I can kill. Wow, that is just fan-fiddly-tastic. So I catch a break. He had a really good turn 3 with the help of his coin, but then he kind of missed a beat on turn 4. Wow, alright, I'm in this game. So the question is, do I play the bigger body and let him have a recruit out? Why do we even ask that question? Don't let paladins keep creatures. Of course, you could play another consecration now, but even if he does, that's his whole turn, then I get to play an ogre. I'm actually in this game. Still have a whirlwind in the deck. He does actually have a second consecration. Wow. Still have a whirlwind in this deck to mop up recruits later on. In fact, it's tempting to play the Soul and the Squire just to get 2 bodies on the board rather than 1, but I think it's a mistake. Yeah, we'll just play this later on, maybe. Because I don't mind silencing the Ogre, of course. Actually, it could be really cool if he had Peace Kept the Ogre. I would have had the ultimate, most epic Wailing Soul of all time. So, we're taking a bit of damage here. Teensy-weensy bit, going down to 16 health, but I do have healing and, you know, whatever. He's a paladin. So here we've got 2 cards that draw cards, which is nice. I can also play a pair of 4-drops next turn, which is also nice. The Death's Bite's a bit awkward. I don't exactly want my minions to get damaged, but this Ogre can bring down something, like this Fen Creeper, for instance. And that should be good. In fact, I could actually pop the shield and Death's Bite this Fen Creeper. That way I get to keep the Ogre. I think that's actually the move. I lose the Argent Squire, but keeping the Boulder Fist Ogre seems pretty good. So, badink. Then we hit him in his fat face. Oh, I should have drawn cards first. That's fine, though. Draw a card. Gruul. Perfect. Get to play this out of the way before the Gruul hits. Alright. I'm at 13 health, so that's pretty much the only way that I could lose this is if he does somehow find a way to burn me out with like a Reckless Rocketeer. Oh my god, he's actually going to go for the face, isn't he now? Yes, he's going for the face. No. Oh god, is he going to mess up? The right move is to go for the face. Take me down to 9 health. This is taking me down to 7. Armor up to 9. Hit down to 5. He goes for the Ogre. I think he loses this now. I mean, call me premature, but I really think that he should have gone for the face when he had the chance. Well, now we can just keep it simple, keep it safe, and pass the turn. He's got 6 damage here. I'm at 7 health. It's hard to deal 7 damage as a paladin, but I guess it's possible. Ah, he has equality. So he had 2 consecrations and an equality. Gets rid of Gruul in a pretty nice fashion. All right, things are getting pretty hairy here. He's got 3 cards. He's got the recruits. Okay. Well, let's see what we draw before we make any further conclusions. Would have been great to have Wailing Soul for Zombie Chow. Do I hit this in the face with the Fiery War Axe and kill it with Inner Rage? I might, but let's first draw a card. Sludge Belcher, Alright, Sludge Belcher is worth getting down, so what I'm going to do is use Inner Rage as a kind of backstab to kill that off. Except it was better than backstab because I could use it on a damaged minion. Wow, 2 consecrations and an equality. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have held on to Gruul longer, I just didn't think he'd have more mass removal. If I'd played a different thing that turn, I could have maybe gotten him to burn the equality anyway. Wow. Alright, well, the beats don't stop. Alright, he's got a 6/6 with taunt. And do I hit this with my face is the question. I obviously can pop it for 4 damage and leave it with 2 health. Alright, I'm gonna hedge my bets. What I will do is I will not take 6 damage, but I will take 2 damage. With 2 cards, he really can't deal 11 damage to me. Deathwing wins him the game, but apart from that, I should be fine. These 2 cards have to be pretty damn spectacular. He actually had a pretty good deck. 2 consecrations, a true silver, equality, solid cards all around. I think I won a fair game here. He even had a pretty fast start. I think I just won fair and square. Alright, so let's see here. Obviously we play that and armor up. What do we do? 13 health, he can hit me down to 9. There's no way he's going to deal 9 damage with 2 cards. He's got Holy Champion. No, wait, he can't do this because this is untargetable. Right. Can I kill him for 8, 10, 14? 2 damage shy. So what I'm going to do is ignore that Spectral Knight. I'm not going to commit the weapon just in case something wacky happens, but he shouldn't be able to kill me, and I'm threatening lethal, and unless he has another equality, he's screwed. He's got the silence for that, but that doesn't let him kill me. There's no way he can deal that much damage. Yeah, well played. Oh, I forgot about the health gain. Did I do a premature well played? No, I didn't. Okay, he's going to go up to 11 health, but I've still got more than enough damage. That was almost really bad manners. Oopsie. Okay, if I still want to do bad manners, I can hit the Stormwind Champion with my face before killing him with my creatures, but I don't do that sort of a thing. He concedes. Alright, great. Made it to 7 wins. Even got a little bit of progress on a daily quest, I believe. Or all 3 daily quests, actually. Nice. Always love it when every win gives you something for all the daily quests. Granted, 2 of them don't actually require wins, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that was great. I think I remember saying I would be happy if this deck made it to 2 wins, but I'm not going to complain that my low expectations were exceeded. I feel like there's quite a long stretch there where my high expectations were not being met, so I think it's all fair in love and karmic justice. Here we go. What's next? I figured it was about time for a mage. Stockhead 81. So our opponent, the opening hand has Fiery War Axe. Fiery War Axe is one of those cards where it does not matter what the rest of your opening hand is. If you have Fiery War Axe, you're feeling great. And yes, the rest of the opening hand is terrible, but that should give me something to do on turn 2, and hopefully turn 3. Rampage. Oh, this could have been an Arathi Weaponsmith. That was one of the worst draft picks, I think, of my entire life. He's like, oh, I got a lot of synergy. Maybe I'll try the Rampage. Nope. Wrong call, Borissimo. Wrong call. So hopefully she doesn't have Acidic Swamp Ooze, or else I will be in a lot of trouble. Okay, looks like it's not the Ooze. Is it one of those 4 toughness 3 drops? I can't imagine her using the coin if it weren't, and indeed it is. So to use the weapon on this? I don't think so. Alright, so I trade the weapon and the Sunfree Protector for the Spider Tank. Possibly. It's also possible she'll just Frostbolt or Flamethrower this. Nope, that's not happening. Got a pretty decent curve, 4, 5, 6. Harvest Golem. Wow, there's just no winning here. Oh, man. Alright, so I'll hit that. And yes, I will kill off that golem. So she can ping this to death, but I can axe this to death. And then she's not spending 2 mana to play a bigger creature. If these trade, I still have my axe. I can play a Sludge Belcher next turn, which will take a Polymorph. I'm behind here. Rampage is really, really, really bad. I'm not going to get to use it like ever. Alright, Mana Worm and a ping is pretty okay by me. What do you kill with the axe is the question. I think I'm actually going to kill the golem. It's not that likely this Mana Worm's going to get that huge. And I can kill it with the Argent Commander later if necessary. I figured that taking off the extra damage was better. Alright, so here we see if she has Polymorph. She has 7 cards to my 5, so I'm a bit behind, and Rampage is like being down another 1. But, miraculously, she does not actually have the Polymorph. So we've got a couple of options here. I could Death's Bite and Sludge Belcher to kill this engine, leaving this at 2 health, and then I could Rampage it to make it a 6/5, which is interesting. I could, instead of Death's Bite, use the Wolf Rider to finish this engine, still get to Rampage, and then I also get to play an Argent Squire. I think it's actually worth it. This is a little bit riskier than I usually play, but I figure I'm behind, so I should take a chance. Polymorph is bad. Flamethrower could be bad. Flamethrower plus ping kills this. Obviously, there's a chance it would hit the Argent Squire, but yeah, I got a weapon to clamp down. Still, she has 7 cards to 4. I'm actually not really getting that far ahead, because Rampage is like playing down a card. A Wrathy Weaponsmith would have been so good there, it's not even funny. Because I could have played the 3... Oh shit, please hit the Argent Squire. Okay, I catch a bit of a break, it hits the Argent Squire. And now, do you play the Commander or the Bite? Well, let's go for the Bite, because I got 2 of them. So we'll kill that. Kill that. Looks like I made the right call earlier, keeping the Mana Worm alive, or at least it worked out well, because this thing has an extra health, thanks to me killing the damaged golem over the worm. Now, I don't like the Death Rattle on this, because it kills my Squire and damages the Belcher, which is unfortunate. And Flame Strike, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't play this, because I would have just died to the Flame Strike. Ogre or Commander? Ogre dies to Fireball. This thing, I give up a surprise. She could ping off the shield, that makes it much worse. If it weren't a mage, I might have actually played the commander. But since she's a mage and she can ping this off, it dramatically lessens the impact of having this on the board without it popping the shield to kill a creature. I'd say she actually still has the advantage. She has 6 cards to my 5, but my hand is bad. I don't like these Death's Bites that damage my own stuff, and this commander is pretty much all I have to take care of business without hurting myself. She plays a Panda, which I don't really care about too much. And... what else?
Do you need a blessing?
That doesn't matter at all in the slightest. And a Frostbolt for the Ogre to freeze it in its tracks. She should have drawn those cards first. Oh my god, that was a shocking misplay for someone who presumably is at 7 wins. So, how do we do this? I could play the Smith and let the thing trigger, but I don't actually want to lose any points of health off of this. I don't want to play the Argent Commander. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this... Oh, shoot, I just said I didn't want to do that. Whoops. Well, that was a mistake. I did not want to do that. Well, anyway, we're going to hit that. Should I put another one in my hand? Or armor up? I'll put the other one in my hand. I think I need the... I need to spend my mana, because I have this 6 mana thing, and if I top like a good card, I might want to play it. So, really didn't want to do this. While, yes, it's cool that it deals 6 damage, I don't want this to have extra... Oh god, is this going to be Cone of Cold or something? Blast Mage. Oh, it's a mech? Alright. I get very lucky that it missed my other creatures. That's a tremendous stroke of luck. Spell damage +1. Alright. So, here, I think the way to go... Wait, can I win? 12, hold on, I actually need to check this. 12, 16, 20, 22. Then she's at 5 health and I have all my stuff out. she can kill that, and she can kill that. Then I have these things around, but she can ping this. Then I have this. If she finds a way to deal with this or put up a taunt, I'm going to be in bad shape. Okay, so the way to do it, I think, is you hit the Blast Mage. Bluegill Warrior. What am I doing? Oh god, this thing didn't actually... Whoops, that was dumb. That was really dumb. I'm continuing to be really dumb. Oh shit. If I pop this and she has a Flame Strike, I lose the game. So I need to... Actually, Flame Strike she can ping, and I don't know what I just did. Wow, that was stupid. I should have just traded one of my creatures for that Soot Spewer, I think. Because then it would have taken it off the board and I would have been less vulnerable to a second Flame Strike. Well, if she has the Flame Strike, she wins. Otherwise, I've got a pretty good shot.
Well played.
Oh god, oh god. She says well played. Oh, she says I win! Oh my god, well played. Well, if she had another Flame Strike, I would have lost, so I really didn't need to set myself up like that. Okay, cool. 8 wins. Got 40 gold for a quest, and then making some progress on those. Because I've been playing a little bit more rarely, my gold has been going up since the runs I have played have been making back the money, and then plus the daily quests. That adds up pretty fast. Actually, yeah, just a little bit more and I'll be able to buy the new expansion without going below 10,000. But I think at the rate that I play, I'm never going to make it to 20,000. Blizzard seems to come out with expansions fast enough to stop that from happening. Anyway, nub jibber jabber, let's see our opponent for the 9th win. Hunter. Knight. Nice name.
Let the hunt begin.
We have a pair of 3-drops, but we're first instead of second. So do I want to keep both of them? No, it's just so bad to have nothing. I'll keep the bigger one. I could have, I guess, kept Inner Rage. It might kill some things, but it also might not, and then it's just a terrible card. Battle Rage. Oh, Jesus. Well, there's just too many bad cards in this deck. Not bad necessarily, but just so conditional that it's really hard to pull off. Alright, well, we get a little bit of luck. He didn't have a turn 1 play, and then we get a little bit more. I got a 4-drop now, so I have a 3-drop and a 4-drop. And the 4-drop doesn't hurt me. Okay, so he's going to play something that will kill this.
To my side.
No! Okay, so a pig would have traded, bear would have been awful for me. Leok, I'm okay with. So, yeah, let's play that and hit him in his fat face. Alright, next turn we have our choice of options. We could Fiery War Axe and Battle Rage, depending on the circumstances. We could play Wailing Soul. Ah, he has got the kill. Well, that sucks. Okay, so he doesn't want to do the trade. Yeti or Wailing Soul? Well, the extra power on the Yeti actually is relevant, because it'll kill a Leok, whereas Wailing Soul won't, so it seems worth it to put this down. He's got 7 cards to my 6. I might get up a card with this, and I might get up a card with this. I need him not to have removal. Alright, that's not removal. Good. And more not removal? 1 more not removal card, please. It's a secret. Ah! Well, that could just screw everything up. So, what's he doing? Freezing Trap seems like the most likely candidate, but then if it's a Freezing Trap, why did he do this? I don't understand why he did that. Thing is, if it's not Freezing Trap, I could actually run the Yeti into that, and then I'd get Battle Rage for 3 cards and probably win the game. But if it is a Freezing Trap, I want this to be the thing that gets frozen. So the question is, why did he do this? If it was a Freezing Trap, the thing I would want to do is run in there to test for Freezing Trap. Oh, jeez. I just don't know. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and check the Freezing Trap with this. Okay, it wasn't Freezing Trap, so I missed out on a card. But I didn't want to do that anyway. Let's check for Misdirection. He was trying to kill that with Explosive Trap. Wow, why would he think I would attack his face though that turn? I had 2 trades I needed to make. Well, you know what? Proof's in the pudding. I mean, oh shit, hang on. Always draw cards first. He got me to throw away a card. And, okay, so I could have gotten an extra card if I had read the situation correctly. But I still got 2 cards for once. I won up a card, and I got to kill off his creatures profitably, and the Explosive Trap was wasted, so I'm way ahead on cards, like way ahead. He's got 4 cards to 6, you can see. Things are looking pretty solid. Alright, I can go up another card. and I will do that. I could have played 2 minions, but that wouldn't make much sense here because one of the minions would have had to be Cruel Taskmaster, which makes no sense. Okay, so I think here what I want to do is this. Yeah. I'm gonna Cruel Taskmaster my Warbot, which makes Crush cost only 3 mana, so I can kill the Ogre. Armor up. Hit him in his face, and I'm gonna use the Fiery War Axe to hit his face for a couple of reasons. First of all, this way I'm threatening lethal, and second of all, lets me play the Arathi Weaponsmith, put a weapon in hand, and deal extra damage. So, I'm up on cards, I've got a good tempo situation. I really should not have put this in the middle, because now Explosive Shot kills everything, which I could have avoided easily. Okay, he doesn't have it, so it's the second time I get lucky with the opponent not having a card. Granted, it's a rare, so it's not that lucky, but still, I shouldn't have given him that out. He gets rid of spell damage, which is not particularly relevant. Okay, let's see if I can win. Hit, and I have 6 damage. So no, I don't win. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a card first, see if I can find the win, and I get that, which is a little bit bigger. Let's see, run in with this and Death's Bite. This is 8 damage, not quite enough to kill him, but I think it's worth going for.
No problem.
Battle commencing.
And I'm threatening the win with my weapon. He's had nothing all game. There's no way he's going to kill me. I've got a bunch of minions also threatening lethal. It's going to be difficult for him to stop this. Multi-shot will kill off my Warbot and let him kill off the Gnomish Inventor. This is a beast, so it gets buffed. It lets him actually kill the Inventor and stand in the way of the Azure Drake. But all these shenanigans don't matter because I can still just kill him with my weapon. Oh, I value the life of my Drake. I'll let it blow. Badonk. Wow. Did not think I'd make it to 9 wins after being at 6-2, because getting up to 6-2 was a hard-fought thing. Apparently, though, at 11:20 p.m. Central Time on Friday night is when people get on and don't play very well, because those 3 games are all pretty easy. Granted, I misplayed, but even with my misplays, it was easy because the opponents used up too much of their resources hanging on for dear life and not enough to actually get ahead. I actually did some synergy that game. Oh, I damaged my own creature, so that Crush cost less mana. Whoa. Mind-blowing. I really could have just crushed that turn and just kept the Cruel Taskmaster in my hand. There was pretty much no need for that. Xiao Fen. Alright, it's another mage. Well, I'm pretty intimidated. Mages are very strong, and the first mage was a little bit under par for a mage, so I can't expect that kind of luck twice. There were times when I would keep a Weaponsmith in my opening hand and mulligan the rest as a second player, but I don't want to do that anymore. I'd rather just not have to catch up with him on turn 4, or her, and mulligan for better cards, and I find them. I can actually play both these on turn 1. Quite the quick start here. And I have a turn 2 and a turn 3. Alright, well, you never know what's going to happen. Let's see what the mage can do. This would be a more impressive opener against someone like a Paladin who doesn't have any 3 damage options early on. But mages have Frostbolt and Flamethrower, so it's not quite as impressive that these things both have 3 health. Alright, well, this sucks, but yeah. I will use Warbot and Wugo Warrior to kill that thing off. I could have used Zombie Chow, but so that she would ping it off and minimize the drawback, but I figure the extra power and health compared to the conditional power of the Warbot were worth it. So now she can ping this up, and she does go up a card. However, I get to play a 3-drop here. I'm going to play the Blade Master. The reason for that is, even though it's more vulnerable, it actually lets me play Crush next turn, which could be useful. Water. Okay, you know what? I would totally crush that thing. So, yeah. And I get a Rampage. Oh, unfortunately, okay, I could actually Rampage. Hang on a minute. I could make this a 7/6 and kill that, freezing it. Nah, let's just crush this. Badonk chonk. Schmonk. Kind of do wish I had let this thing die to the Snow Chugger instead of the Warbot. Then I would have had a 1/3 instead of a 2/3, but she'd have 5 less health. Well, 3 less health.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Alright, what's coming up?
Something needs tinkering?
A Tinkertown technician that doesn't do anything. Okay, that's fine by me. So, alright. Either I just trade this and let it be and play the Azure Drake to go up a card, or I do what I'm going to do, which is this. Rampage World Tour. And a Spider Tank. Well, she's still doing just fine here, because she's got 5 cards to my 4, soon to be 5. She can kill this, then she'll have Flame Strike later on to clear the board. I've got nothing that survives Flame Strike, and then this gets me up a card. But, oh, interesting. So she's hoping 2 of them hit the Blade Master. They didn't. But that was good enough. So now she didn't quite go up a card because she did use the Arcane Missiles. Okay, let's draw a card. Ah, too bad I couldn't play that. Alright, so she's got 4 cards to my 4, but all my stuff dies to Flame Strike. So I'd say it's still actually anyone's game. She'd be at 22 health if I'd kept the Warbot around instead of the Zombie Chow. I've got a Gruul to look forward to, a Boulderfist Ogre to look forward to, and a bunch of Death Spites. Alright, this isn't too big of a deal. I can deal with that pretty easily. That's not too big of a deal. Alright, that was actually totally fine. So here, ooh, Death Spite or Weaponsmith. So okay, I could Death Spite to hit that and hit that. The advantage is then I'm putting less creatures on the board. Or I could Weaponsmith, axe this, and then kill that. Then I have an extra creature on the board to die to Flame Strike. I think it's the right move though, because in case she doesn't have Flame Strike, the extra board presence is nice. I think it's more valuable than the extra 2 damage on the weapon. And she might not want to Flame Strike this anyway. If she Flame Strikes this, that would be a victory in its own right. She has another Arcane Missile. She's hoping they don't hit my face. That was a really bad Arcane Missile for her because none of them hit the Azure Drake, so she got a bit unlucky with those Arcane Missiles. But she will get to ping this off next turn. Boulderfist Ogre provides some nice pressure here. She now needs a Polymorph or Fireball to kill this. But if it's a Fireball, then she has to ping this and my Azure Drake gets to live. So I hit her in the face with the weapon because now I should start thinking about killing her. I've got 5 damage. Well, this is actually 7 damage if it's a combo, if you do them both. Plus this is another 8 damage. I got 15 damage, sort of, kind of. Gotta start thinking about killing her. She's really not putting up much of a defense. Battle Rage. Oh, man. So I could do this, and then I'm a mana shy of playing Battle Rage for 3 cards. But a good option now is better than the best option later, so let's just go up another card. Whirlwind doesn't help, and that's actually really good. Yeah, I'm gonna just play this. So I held off on the Death Spite because I figured it was worth it to get this thing out. She just used a Polymorph. 6 health is a bit of a tall order. Flame Strike won't kill it even with a ping, then the 4 damage comes through, and then she's pretty much dead. Well, she does have a Fireball for it. I could have Whirlwinded to damage it, or Cruel Taskmaster to damage it, and then Death Spite would have done 6 damage. Alright, let's see. Can I win? It's worth checking. Most I could do is 7 here. No, wait, this thing is 2 damage, this thing is 4. Okay, so most I can do is 5 plus 4 is 9. I do actually win. The Cruel Taskmaster there was a fake out because I don't actually need it. Well, after saying I don't expect to make it to 10 wins, I make it to 10 wins. One of my longtime friends said that he did not really think this deck was that bad when I drafted it. And apparently, he was right and I was totally wrong. I mean, maybe I got lucky to get up this far, but I think the reason I don't think it was entirely luck is that I have been playing not that well, and the games have been pretty easy. So maybe the deck is just really good. I guess it does have a lot of good cards. I just keep getting those dumb cards in my hand and feeling like I'm giving my opponents a handicap. Druid. I have tremendous respect for Druids with high win records. They can have some really insane decks. After a handful of 4-drops, it's always tempting to keep 2 around and do the turn 3, turn 4 thing, but I really think it's better just to mulligan for your early plays. Oh god. Oh my god, that was one of the worst mulligans ever. I would have been better off keeping the first 4 cards. Not to say that I should have kept 2 of those 4-drops, but considering how amazing my draw was in the last game, this stuff right here is just unbelievably bad. I have no way to really get Crush off early on, unless of course I top deck my way out of this jam. Oh god, I'm just in trouble. Yeah, so this thing will take out an Argent Squire without any trouble. I do not get a Fiery Wind Axe. I'm playing Ogre Brute. I gotta go for it. When you're behind, take risks. What I could do maybe next turn is, if I'm not unlucky with this Brute, I can run it into something, get it damaged, and then Crush for 3 mana to kill whatever he plays. It's not the best way that you want to use Crush, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
This is going to be amazing.
Alright, please be a chicken. Eek. And it is. So Trog turns into chicken. I won't complain about that. Pops off the shield. Alright. So here, I could play Chow and just call it a day. I could run in. Well, first of all, I'm definitely doing this, yeah? So let's just see what happens. Oh no, please don't hit his face. Okay, so at least it didn't hit his face. Is it worth crushing this thing? That, I don't think it is. That can't be right. Okay, so he's still doing fine because he can just shapeshift the Ogre and then Cub the Squire. Then Zombie Chow can kill the Cub, but then the Zombie Chow's at 1 health. He can just swipe the Chow and kill everything. That also is a thing. Yeah, I'd say he's probably in the lead. Okay, no swipe. He either doesn't have it or he chose to save it because he's in such a good position regardless. What's his other 2 mana for? Micro Machine. Okay. So either way... Ooh, Inner Rage. Yes, I think this is actually worth it. I'll Inner Rage that, and I'm going to use Death's Bite on that. It's not so much that I have any fancies of preserving Zombie Chow long enough for it to not suffer a drawback. It's just that keeping this up on health helps it to live and do some things on the board, which I really needed to. Okay, that was a pretty decent use of Inner Rage. Then I go up a card with a Azure Drake next turn. I'm hanging in there, folks. I'm hanging in there. Interesting synergy here. I can use the Death's Bite to hit something, and then Crush becomes 3 mana and can kill something. Of course, I probably would rather just play an Azure Drake this turn, but if I get a 2-drop, that could be what I do.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, this is just the... Oh, what? That was not the choice I would have made. I mean, yes, Death's Bite plus Chow would have killed it in its big form, but this way, I still kill it, except I have more ways of killing it. Like, if I had another Inner Rage, I could have played Azure Drake and killed it that way. So, he should have given me fewer options, I think, rather than more. Well, I guess he just takes away some options by forcing the Zombie Chow to die. I don't know. In general, I don't think it's a good idea to make decisions for your opponent. Because maybe I would have chosen not to kill that, or I would have used something else. Ah, God. Was that really the right play to kill the Chow there? Given that I had the 6 damage? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did the right thing. Hard to say. Well, anyway, he's got 6 cards to 5, so I'm really not exactly ahead. This is not the best card he could have played on turn 6. He makes the right call here, playing this for a 3-2, so it damages the Azure Drake more. Unfortunately for him, I have a bevy of ways of killing this. I could do Wolf Rider. But why do Wolf Rider when I can just do that? Chicken dies. Okay, he's had enough time to get ahead, and now he's starting to get into a little bit of trouble. He's got 5 cards to my 6. I never did use Crush, so if he has an Iron Bark or an Ancient 04, I've got the rather shocking answer for it, because Crush is an epic. Usually when you play against a warrior, you expect the Execute, but you don't play around the Crush, because it's so uncommonly found. These 2 trade, I assume. Yeah. And then what does he play? Squire attend me. Oh, that's actually a pretty good card, because the Death's bite kills the knight, but it doesn't kill the squire. And I have no really great way of killing the squire either. Sludge Belcher. Alright, I could Korkon Elite the squire. I don't think that's the right move, though. Let's just keep it simple. We'll do this. Play Sludge Belcher and armor up. So yeah, I'm letting him keep a minion out so he could buff it or something, but I feel like this is the best chance to come out ahead versus that squire. Next turn we've got Gruul. Druids can recycle it. But that's about it. Or other than the thing is that, you know, use 2 cards to kill it. Aha! Ancient of Lore is incredibly strong here because it does give him 2 cards up, and a 5/5 is pretty relevant on this board. Rampage World Tour. Alright, so we have a couple of options here. I could actually run in, crush this for 3 mana, have 5 mana left over, and play a Korkon Elite. I think I'm going to do that. I think that the potential drawback of not having a crush for an Ironbark or something like that is offset by the extra board presence here and my own Gruul that I have coming up. I can also Rampage this, maybe make it a 6/6. He's got 6 cards to 5. It's close. I think it's anyone's game right now. This is a pretty good card for him. It's a relevant body, and it also gives him up a card. I don't exactly want to do this because that sets me up for a swipe pretty bad. And you have to assume someone, when you're playing at 10 wins, will have a swipe in his deck. It's going to Wrath that. Okay, that limits my options a bit. And makes it a 4/6. Okay. Well, I could play Gruul and a Warbot, and that's really, really bad if the Gruul gets taken out. I could Rampage to make it a 6/6 down to 6/2. But then what am I doing with my life? Playing a Wolf Rider and a Warbot after that? Sometimes you just gotta take these risks, I think. So here it is. Can he kill a Gruul? I mean, Recycle, he could play 2 cards on it, like 2 swipes or something, or a Starfire and a swipe, that's available now at 10 mana. He could Big Game Hunter, he could Deathwing. I mean, there's a lot of things that'll kill it. It's far from a sure thing that it'll live. Even a Silence to make it a 7/7 would have a pretty sizable impact on things. Alright, he's got the kill. And it's the best kill available, the Recycle. So now he gets to kill the Sludge Belcher before I could Rampage it. And now killing this is going to take my Wolf Rider away. But it seems he didn't have anything else after that, so that's cool. Is he actually going to hit this? Okay, well, do I Rampage that? It's vulnerable to swipe. But then again, I'm never really going to use Rampage. So yeah, we'll go ahead and Wolf Rider into that. Rampage to make that an almighty 4/4. And I'm going to play this just because I need to get minions out here. So Gruul is still in the deck, but my deck has a lot of cards. I have 3 cards to his 5. My cards are very small. Yeah, I needed him not to have Recycle, and he had it, so that sucks. I'm doing pretty well considering he's drawn 4 more cards than I have. Well, 3 if you count the Recycle having padded my deck by 1. But, I mean, all he needs is a single big minion here, and I'm pretty much toast. He's not anywhere near being burned out. Even like a medium-sized minion, even some 4-drops would win him the game. Even a bunch of 2-drops, honestly. Really, there's like, I don't know what I can think of here that would cause him to lose. He gets 3 cards up. Okay, this is getting very, 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 very bad. It's 10 cards. This board is not super threatening. He still has 5 mana, which is more than enough to play a big creature. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm in a lot of trouble. I need to get something big like that. Okay, well, Gruul would have been better, but this will do. Do I preemptively throw my stuff at this Yeti to stop him from buffing it or something? I think in this game, my best chance is to try to burn him out. A Druid with 7 cards not having an answer for an Ogre? Small. But I do have 2 taunt creatures, which reduces the odds somewhat. And if this Ogre can hit him a couple of times, I might steal the win. He'd have to not have taunts or removal for this. He's got way more cards than is necessary to avoid losing to fatigue, so that's not really an option. I just have to hope all 7 of these cards are bad. And that does not qualify. So do I have any answers to this? I don't have a single answer in my deck. Nope. No answers to it. Shit. Well, I have to do what I have to do. So we have to throw the Ogre and Bluegill Warrior at that. And again, my best chance of winning is to burn him out, so I'm actually going to ignore this thing here, even though all kinds of things can go wrong. Sneak that extra damage through. So I have to top deck Gruul and play it, and have him not be able to kill it in order to have any chance of winning. But he's going to be able to play enough creatures to kill a Gruul, and he's got enough cards to not die to fatigue. Alright, I think my arena run ends here. If one of his bottom cards in the deck had been that recycle, I could have lived. But I was not quite so lucky. Alright, so he gets to keep his Yeti. 13 health, down to 11. Death Spite's not going to do it. Luckless Rocketeer's not going to do it. I got nothing here. Alright, well, gotta go for what you gotta go for. So, in theory, he goes up to 9 health. I hit him down to 6. Reckless Rocketeer hits him down to 1. I get another weapon, and he still hasn't played any life gain or taunt. I could win. He's got 11 damage. All of his creatures have a +1 buff from the Stormwind Champion, so I need to get 2 cards back-to-back that win, or that deal damage. Otherwise, I lose. Oh, man.
Mistake.
Natural mistake. I wonder why. Does he have a kill of some sort here?
Behold the might
Wow.
of Stormwind.
I might actually die next turn. Oh no! Bloodsail Corsair and a taunt creature. Wow. Well, it wouldn't have saved me. Well played. Okay. That's it. You know what? I could start the next run, but there's like only 3 minutes left here, so we'll just do that in the next video. Make this one a little bit short. Thank you so much for watching this, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. And if you want to stick around for a little bit of bonus time, let's see our reward. Shitty. For 10 wins, 180 gold is shitty. So this is what, 40 dust, 115 dust. I guess it's a lot of dust. But that was kind of crappy. Alright, let's see if the pack's any better. I'm already at the point where all these packs are pretty much 40 dust. And I don't know if that one's an exception. I think I have all those cards, but we'll see. Why don't we just go all the way? Don't even normally look in the collection. Nope. That rare was apparently new. Well, let's go ahead and dust the Glyve Zuka. I definitely have 2 of those. That is actually a new card, huh? It's my second one. Perfect. Okay, cool. Our next arena will be Druid, Warlock, or Paladin. Well, it's not Druid. And I'll see what I want to do. Take care, everybody. I'll see you at the next one.